What is up, Patriots Nation? You guys have no idea what kind of whirlwind is going on behind the scenes in Foxborough right now, with moves that could completely flip the script for our franchise next season. A lot of stuff is coming to light that nobody saw coming, from massive shakeups on the coaching staff to trade rumors that could honestly shock the entire NFL. You are not going to believe what we have on deck for today. So go ahead and grab a seat, smash that like button, and let's dive right into the news. Also, make sure to hit subscribe because we are pushing for that 1,000 subscriber goal to keep this community growing strong. You know that feeling when life throws a curveball right when you least expect it? Well, what is happening behind the scenes with our defense is a mix of personal resilience and a strategic shift that caught everyone off guard. The news that just hit Foxborough like a ton of bricks involves our defensive leadership. Terrell Williams, a guy Mike Vrabel handpicked because of the trust they built back in Tennessee, will no longer be our defensive coordinator. But take a breath, Pats fans, because the reason is way deeper than just a firing based on performance. In reality, Williams has been facing the toughest opponent of his life off the field, a prostate cancer diagnosis that kept him sidelined for a good chunk of last season. Seeing a warrior like him fight to get back for training camp and week 1 was nothing short of inspiring. But the organization has decided he needs a different role now, a high-level front office position where he can contribute his massive experience without the absolute grind of being a daily coordinator. This moves the needle on the entire structure that got us to Super Bowl 60. The question hanging in the air that has everyone on edge is who is going to take the wheel of this unit, which is the absolute heartbeat of this team. The name gaining serious steam in the halls of Gillette Stadium is Zach Core. At only 37 years old, he already proved he can handle the heat as the defensive play caller when Williams had to step away, and his rise has been meteoric. Core knows the Vrabel system inside and out from their Tennessee days, and that continuity is vital if we don't want to lose our rhythm. Promoting from within keeps that aggressive philosophy we love to see, but it is also a big bet on a young talent during a critical moment of rebuilding our pride after that last loss. The fans are torn between the love for Williams and the nervous energy of seeing if Core has the guts to be the guy for good. It is a tactical chess match where every move made right now is going to echo in every sack and every interception next season. And if you think this coaching change is the only drama we are dealing with while processing recent events, get ready, because what is coming next is even more wild. The vibe around town still feels like a funeral after Super Bowl 60, and the wound is wide open, especially when legendary figures decide to speak up about what went sideways. Cam Newton, a guy who knows exactly what it feels like to carry the weight of this jersey, just dropped some comments that are setting social media on fire and splitting the fan base right down the middle. He didn't sugarcoat things for Drake May, but he didn't make him the sole scapegoat for that 29-13 loss to the Seahawks either. The contrast between May and Sam Darnold was brutal. While Darnold was a master of efficiency, protecting the rock like it was pure gold, our guy looked like he was just trying to stay alive in a minefield. Newton was surgical when he said that Drake didn't necessarily play a horrific game, but he played just bad enough to lose it. That is the bitter truth that hurts for every fan who put all their hope in the new franchise guy. Watching our offense go 3 straight quarters without putting up a single point and managing only 58 total yards in the first half is enough to make you sick. It is unacceptable for the new England Patriots standard. But Cam brought up a point we have to talk about. The blame is shared. The offensive line protection collapsed, the receivers couldn't get an inch of separation, and the tactical adjustments from Josh McDaniels were nowhere to be found. Drake got swallowed up by the pressure, took 6 sacks, and looked like a robot sticking to the script instead of having the instinct to react when the primary plan failed. Newton's metaphor was heavy. He said May was invited to the party, but when it was time to dance that Super Bowl dance with the stars, he tripped over his own feet. Seattle's safety Julian Love even threw a little shade, saying May is that classic young quarterback who telegraphs his intentions with his footwork. This is a trial by fire, guys. The kid walked off the field with tears in his eyes, feeling the weight of letting down his family and the entire nation. The big question now is whether he has the mental toughness to grow from this trauma, or if this shadow is going to follow him. And while we are still trying to digest that sour taste of defeat and Cam's heavy criticism, A move in the trade market might be the light at the end of the tunnel we have all been praying for. And while we are all stressing over those critiques of Drake May's performance, a situation brewing over in Philly might be exactly what this offense needs to reach the next level. The name that is making every Patriots fan's heart skip a beat is A.J. Brown. Yes, guys, the Eagles superstar might be on his way out, and the smoke from this fire is getting thicker by the minute. Jeremy Fowler from ESPN reported that league executives are already expecting the Eagles to listen to offers for their top outside receiver. Just imagine the impact of a move like that in Foxborough. The guy is a total yardage machine, with 6 seasons of over 1,000 yards in his 7-year career. And the best part, the guy actually grew up a Patriots fan. He has a deep connection with our head coach Mike Vrabel from their 3 years together in Tennessee. That relationship could be the factor that tips the scales and convinces the All-Pro to suit up in the Navy, red, and silver. Right now, our passing game relies way too much on Stephon Diggs working the underneath routes, but we are missing that vertical threat, that deep danger that keeps opposing safeties awake at night. A.J. Brown is exactly that guy. He is the prototype receiver that May needs to open up those windows and give him more confidence on the deep balls. Of course, Howie Roseman and the Eagles front office aren't going to just give away their best player for nothing. But we know Elliott Wolf and Vrabel aren't afraid to open the checkbook. We spent over $300 million last year and still have over $40 million in cap space for 2026. The price tag would be steep, likely costing us our first-round pick in the next draft plus some established talent. But think about it. What is worth more? A draft lottery ticket, or putting a nuclear weapon in the hands of our quarterback of the future? Bringing in Brown would turn our offense from predictable to lethal overnight. It would be the checkmate move this front office needs to prove that the Super Bowl loss was just a speed bump on the way to our new dynasty. It has been a day of high-stakes emotions for everyone who lives and breathes New England Patriots. We covered the resilience of Terrell Williams on the staff, heard the cold, hard truth from Cam Newton about Drake May's Super Bowl struggles, and ended with the dream of seeing A.J. Brown torching secondaries in our colors. The future of this franchise is being built right now, somewhere between the tears of a tough loss and the guts of making massive strategic moves. Do you guys think A.J. Brown is the missing piece to help May turn the corner? Let me know in the comments, drop a like, and subscribe to the channel.